Hey guys, and welcome to the second episode of How to HTML. This is where we last left off, where we've got a big gap and then like this. We were going to fill this blue. To style an element, like filling the background blue, you'll have to use CSS, which is a different coding language that you can combine with HTML. There is a CSS file, but for now we're not going to be using it. We're going to be using CSS as an internal style sheet. Now, that may sound confusing to beginners, but don't worry. It just means that we're going to be writing CSS code in the exact same file as we're writing the HTML code. If we were to write CSS code in a separate file, that would be an external style sheet. As you can see, I've added something. There's a body tag that's surrounding everything that we've already written. The body tag is a container that's meant to contain the whole web page, or at least the whole visible part of the web page. Now I'm going to add a style element. Above the body tag, there's a head. Okay? In the head tag, we can make a style tag. In the style tag, we'll make this paragraph tag blue as a background. So let us open a style tag. As you can see, I have made a style tag and I can type things in it. So, to identify an element with a style tag, you need to write the element's ID or class. As you can see, I have made an ID of hi for this p tag, but I can also have a class for this p tag, which can be hello. For CSS, classes are better. Multiple elements can have the same class, and then all of them will be styled the same way. But only one element can have one specific ID. So I'm not going to use this ID and I'm going to use the class. As you can see, class hello. So we need to type in the class. Let's type hello. We need to do one more thing. Right before typing the name, you need to put a character to demonstrate whether it is class or ID. If that text is an ID, you have to put a hashtag. If it is a class, we have to put a full stop. In this case, we are using a class as hello, so we place dot hello. Then open up curly brackets and expand it to a next line. You don't have to expand to a next line in almost any tag. It can all be in one line if you please, but it's easier to read and easier to understand when it is multi-line. So in this, we are going to type some CSS code. In this case, we want the background color of the p tag to be blue. So we can type in a CSS property that is background color. Now, CSS has a special way of typing. Firstly, you have to type the property, then you type a colon after it, then the value of that property, and then a semicolon to end that line. Remember, if you don't type it, it may cause a glitch in your system. Now, let us type the color that we want. CSS has a very handy way of just typing the name of the color to demonstrate which color we want. This works for basic colors like blue, yellow, red, green, and even some dark versions and light versions like light blue or dark blue. But it's not a very good idea to use this because if you want more specific colors, you can use a different method using a hex code. Now, a hex code looks like this. There's a hashtag and there are 6 digits. These digits can be zeros, ones, twos, threes, fours, five, all the way up to 9, and also A, B, C, D, E, and F. Now, it'll be a little hard to type your own hex codes, so I suggest going to a color picker website to find the specific hex code you need. After you've got it, just paste it in here. I don't need a specific hex code, so I'm just going to type in blue. Now, let's test it out by clicking run. Woo! As you can see, now we've got like this with a blue background. But wait, there's a problem. The color of the text is black. It's not clearly visible. I want it to be white so you can clearly see it like this. And we'll learn about that in the next episode. See ya!